I'm really excited to share with you my baked jollof rice recipe. So to begin with, you're going to need two medium-sized onions which you're going to slice. And then you're going to take 2 cloves of garlic and make sure that they're peeled. So you also need half a red pepper and you're going to cut that into small pieces. Make sure you remove the seeds. And then you're going to take a medium-sized saucepan. You're going to heat it to high heat and add 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil, or you could use sunflower oil or olive oil. So once the oil is very hot, you're going to add in the sliced onions all at once, followed by the cloves of garlic, but you're going to crush it into the saucepan using a garlic crusher. Then give the onions and garlic a good mix. Next, if you love spicy jollof rice, you're going to add in some scotch bonnets. Add in 1 or 2, it's your preference. Make sure that it's chopped, and you're going to mix the scotch bonnets in with the onions and the garlic. You're going to just cook it until the onions turn translucent. That should take around 5 minutes. So if you haven't made jollof rice before, the first stage is always to make the tomato stew. And to begin that process, you're going to start by adding half a teaspoon of tomato puree to the saucepan, followed by 1 can of plum tomatoes, which you're going to blend first before you add it to the saucepan. You're going to give all the ingredients a good mix with your spoon, and then you're going to add around half a circle, of salt. Make sure that you don't add too much salt at this point because you're going to add more later. And then you're going to heat the stew for around 20 minutes. It's very important at this point you reduce the heat to medium heat. So after 10 minutes of the stew cooking, add in the red peppers, give the stew a quick mix, and then continue to cook for another 10 minutes. So after 20 minutes, you're going to add 5 cups of basmati rice into a mixing bowl. And then you're going to rinse it with some cold water. Just add enough so that all of the rice is soaked in the water for a little bit. I had to add a bit more. And then the aim is just to give it a quick mix just so that all of the rice gets a little bit soaked. And then you're going to gently pour the water into the sink. Now this part can be a bit tricky when you're first starting out making jollof rice. Try not to get any rice into the sink. So pour as slowly as you can. It is okay if a little bit of water is still in the mixing bowl. The aim is just to give the rice a little bit of a rinse. So using your hand, you're going to add the rice to the tomato stew, and then you're going to give all the ingredients a good mix using your spoon. Make sure that the stew is mixed in well with the rice. After that, you're going to add half a teaspoon of mild curry powder. It's so important to add curry powder. It does improve the taste of your jollof rice. So make sure that you don't start cooking your jollof rice until you have this in your ingredient list. Then you're going to add around 0.9 litres of boiling hot water from the kettle. So the ratio is for every 5 cups of rice, you add 0.9 litres of boiling water. Following this, you're going to add 4 circles, yes, 4 circles of salt. It's important that you add enough salt. I have made jollof rice many times where I have not added enough salt. So 4 circles of salt. Could you please add that? And make sure that you give everything a really good mix. Following that, you're going to put the lid on fully onto the saucepan. And then we're going to place it into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Then you're going to remove the jollof rice from the oven and give the rice a really good mix. Make sure that your spoon goes underneath the rice to ensure all the stew is mixed in with the rice. Then you're going to add in 8 tablespoons of corned beef. Corned beef adds a lot of flavour to the dish and adds texture as well. So add in 8 tablespoons and then make sure that you also give the rice a really good mix. Following this, you're going to add 1 cup of frozen vegetables. Again, make sure you give everything a good mix. Don't crush the rice though, so make sure that you're stirring underneath the rice And then finally you can add some scotch bonnets. Put it back into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes more, and then you're ready to serve. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like and comment.